All right, welcome to another episode of Control Token Talks with the Control Token Ninja. I have two members of the community, two major members here. I have BM. I'm going to go through his whole name and he'll let us know what he wants us to call him. I'm going to go BMFIC 4711, and I have Cafe Control here. Thank you guys both from taking time out of your busy day to sit here and just talk to me about Control Token.
No,
Yeah,
not a
man, thank
problem.
you.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so BM, what are we calling you? You calling you BM or what's
Just
your official
BM,
control token name?
BM's fine by me.
All right, perfect. BM.
BMFIC stands for Big Motherfucker in Charge.
Okay, that works. I like it.
Okay, I
I might
like
just
that.
call you Big Motherfucker in Charge. I might call you the whole name. All right.
Whatever
All
works.
right. All right, perfect. And Cafe Control, I think your name is pretty self-explanatory. I've actually been to your YouTube page, and your YouTube page is pretty much just a place where Control Token members can just go there and just watch videos from you about Control Token and just be informed. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm still trying to like plot it out exactly how I want it to be. But the first video was just to get my feet wet. And the upcoming videos, I might be changing the format a little bit. I really
Mm.
like how you're doing and getting involved with the community. So there'll probably be some of that in there as well.
Nice. Hey man, yeah, I'm all for it. Like I said, if you ever have an episode, man, that you need some members on, let me know. I'll be more than happy to return the favor, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem at all. So okay, so BM, we'll start with you. Just let us know when you first got into the crypto space and how did you learn about control token? And yeah, after that, we can have Capital Control answer the same question. How did you get into the crypto world? And how did you learn about control token?
Well, one of my buddies was into Doge really early. Like he got into it for like 2/10 of a penny, something like some crazy number like that. So I'm like, we were over in Indiana, obviously out of town. Well, at that time, buy you couldn't buy crypto through Robin. You couldn't buy Doge through Robinhood out in Indiana. So I had to wait till I got back home, which is a few days later, and it was already started kicking up to like 2 cents, 5 cents. It's already started going up. And then it just stayed there for quite a while. And then right before that Super Bowl commercial and Elon and all that stuff blew up, it went up to like 76 cents or something. I made like $100 off of it because I didn't put much in because I was already got in at like, I don't know, 12 cents or something. And then I just kind of like, well, okay, let me learn more. So I started researching, and SafeMoon got stuck in my ear by somebody. I don't remember who it was, but I caught wind of it. I'm like, okay, well, how do you buy this shit? Okay, so after 2 weeks, I got in like April 25th, which is like after the all-time high, and it's like, okay, rewards. I didn't have any idea what the hell I was doing, so I kept buying. And it's like this is not going the right way, guys. This is wrong. Something's up. Why is this not going up at all? I mean, then it pumped again, and I had like 45 grand in SafeMoon. I should have just got out then, called it a day, broke even, been done with it. So nope, didn't do that. Round trip the bag all the way down to damn near nothing. John got arrested. I sold for 3,000. It was like something ridiculous, like 58 million tokens or something for 3,000. Put that into Bitcoin, left it there. And then CC comes out with a project. I met I got involved with CC, right around John's when all shit was breaking loose, and like everybody's like, oh, he's a fudder. I'm like, well, I don't know anything about this. I'm trying to learn, and it wasn't making sense to me at the time. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just hang on to it for a while. Yep, slowly just went down, and everything came to fruition, and it was all jacked up, and people got locked up, and a lot of people lost their money. Like, this is not the way to go. There's got to be something different out there. And I looked and looked and looked. I did get a little bit into Evergrow. Made like 1,500 or 2,000 off that at some point. I don't remember when. and stuck that into Bitcoin. So I basically bought all my Bitcoin when it was like 28,000.
Nice.
So that got up to like 5,000 or 6,000, and I'm like, all right, well, it pumped and dumped a little bit in there. It went sideways. I'm like, all right, it got back up to like 65,000. I'm like, all right, I took it all out and just left it in. I don't remember what stable coin or BNB or something. I don't remember. But yeah, then CC comes out with this video about his token, and I'm going, well, I know that guy. I trust him. He was right about everything else. I'm like, shit, see what he's got cooking. Then he started explaining it, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. It's a higher tax, but really, that's not the kind of crypto I want. I don't want something that I have to worry about the damn thing dumping in the middle of the night, or you're getting rugged. I knew he wasn't gonna. He's not gonna rug, so it's like whatever. He's a safer bet than anybody else. I'll tell you that. So yeah, we just got into that in the pre-sale, and
so you were introduced to him via SafeMoon.
Yep. SafeMoon, went into Evergrow, made a little bit of money off of Evergrow. Or, nothing major, but built it up so I had a decent chunk to throw at the pre-sale. So I was like, all right, cool, let's do this thing.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like, again, also with my last interview with Beard, same thing. He kind of got introduced to him via the SafeMoon. I'm gonna come back to that at the Cafe Control answers the same question, but I am curious. I'm gonna give you a little heads up on this. I'm curious to what makes you listen to CC when he was so to me. I'm trying to think. Would I qualify him as a fudder because he was right? Like if somebody's saying this coin is bad, this coin is a scam, and they are right.
Well, he didn't.
Are they truly a fudder?
At first, he didn't really come out and say it was a scam or, everybody bail. He didn't say that. He's like, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look right. You guys might want to look into this. Check this out. It's like, look at this right here.
Right.
This is not the way it's supposed to be. It's like, okay. And I'm like going, I have no idea what you're talking about. But no. The other thing was that with this one, I just didn't want to be on the sidelines. In SafeMoon, if you asked certain questions, you'd get shut down and blocked or whatever. It was just like, I watched many people get just slammed like that. It's like, that's probably not the way to go either. So if somebody has questions, they can always DM me anything they want. I will answer.
Cool. Yeah, and I could definitely testify that for the whole community as well. I think one thing that CC does, they always say, if you got a question, man, just DM me. I have yet to DM him and him not answer me back, even before I even invested in SafeMoon. I reached out to other people in the community, and they were very responsive. And these are me asking very pointed questions because to your point, I didn't want to get scammed. I was an investor in SafeMoon as well. My brother told me about it. I literally put maybe $2,000 in it. I literally forgot about it, and I came back to it. I was like, $33. What the hell? I was like, oh crap! I forgot. I got SafeMoon. I forgot all about it. Who knows what this thing could be, right? Because I was very new, green to crypto. I was thinking to myself, what if I open this app and I'm a millionaire? I opened my app. I was like, what happened? So I had to call my brother. He was like, oh yeah, man, X, Y, and Z. I was like, oh, okay,
gotcha. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. All gone. All right, Cafe Control is on you, man. How'd you get involved in the crypto world, and what made you what made you invest in a control token?
Yeah, part of my story is somewhat similar to BM's, and I think a lot of other people. I know 2015, 2016, I was hearing about crypto, but I had never touched it yet. And funny enough, where my mother worked at, she was working with engineers that were early in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And around 2017, they were cashing out, some nice amounts. So when I heard that, it really made me start paying attention. So I went in, opened up Coinbase account. All I really knew was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So
Mm.
put under $1,000, just bought a little bit, put it in a wallet, and I just let it sit. And I didn't start like exploring crypto that much or anything. And then 2021 came, and that was the whole SafeMoon thing. I got caught up
Mm.
in the TikToks with people with Lamborghinis and talking all this money they're making. And I was very similar to the time as BM. I was like April 18th, 19th, and made my first purchase. And I caught some of the ride up, and I was losing my mind because you got to think I'm still green to crypto. I don't really understand it, but I
Hmm.
put some money in and it was going up, going up, going up. And then right around the 20s, on 25th, 24th, somewhere around there, the sell off started. And I watch it go down. You know, you're new to crypto. Everybody's like, don't worry, it's about to go back up. Everything's going to be fine.
Hmm.
And we all know how that story turned out. The only thing I will say is that I was thankful is that I used to watch CC. And
Mm.
when he started pointing out certain things, you know, I was getting scared. I was like, hold up, man, this might be true. Like something doesn't seem right.
Right.
So after a few times him pointing out things, me doing a little bit of homework on my own, I was able to like come to my own conclusion. I might want to get out of this. So I took an L, but I still got out with, you know, a decent portion of my money. And
Gotcha.
I followed him right into Evergrow, and I caught Evergrow right at launch and made a little money off of that. And you know, nothing life changing, but made a little bit of money.
Right.
And from that little interaction there, it really just opened me up to crypto. After that, I was, you know, I only knew about Pancake Swap and, you know, BNB chain. I had never, you know, ventured out into any other blockchain or figured out how to use that. So the next few years was just going to Solana, learning about Ethereum, you know, realizing how their gas fees are. And just to fast forward, you know, to all of my learning phase, CC started putting a video out about a token that he's launching, and I almost missed it. I didn't get into the last week of the pre-sale,
Mm.
and yeah, once I heard it, he had already built my trust. Like there's something about the way that he communicates with people, his transparency. It's kind of hard to like not believe this guy. It's like, man, I mean, he's got to be the best scammer in the world if he's like how
Right.
honest he is. Like it would blow me
Right.
away if, you know, and I'm not calling him that at all, but you know, it's
Right.
like it just my trust was there. So I didn't even really understand the project yet. We just took some money, we bought in, and I just wish we would have bought more, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that's the
Yep.
gist of it. Just, you know, came into crypto, learned from SafeMoon and Evergrow, bounced around other blockchains to learn about pre-sales and all that stuff. And then I came right back to BNB chain with Crypto Control, who kind of like started it all.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, and that's the thing about it. And I actually learned about this after I was already an investor about how he was a part of, not a part of SafeMoon, but he knew about SafeMoon. He was a part of Evergrow. It seems like to me like he took the best of both of those things, but took out the scamming part. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, Evergrow, I don't know anything about Evergrow. I know that's not a scam from my understanding. They just have like some other stuff going on that's not SafeMoon related.
right.
But my point is, he took the best of both of those things and he made it like a real non-scammy project, so to speak. You know, which is, you know, as a human, I'm like, why can't the people that made SafeMoon, why could they have just not be scammers? Why could they have not
Exactly.
taken what they've already had? Just be honest about it,
Exactly.
help everybody make money, they make money, everybody goes on. But that's where greed kind of comes into play here, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, so you talk about how you trust CC. Like I said, I don't know that man from a can of paint. I
Yeah,
listen
me
to his
neither.
AMAs. I'm in the Telegram. I trust what you know what I can. And my thing is, I tell everybody this: like, if you're going to invest in anything, if you lose it all, don't invest something to where you will lose it all and then you will lose sleep over it, right? So
Right.
I invested enough to where I will feel comfortable in it. I don't believe he's a scammer at all. Don't even want to speak that into existence. I believe this guy. I believe he has a
Right.
great project. I believe every other project should be watching what he's doing here because I believe control token is the future of cryptocurrency. I may sound crazy to a lot of people, but to me, the math makes sense.
Yeah,
And
not
the
at all.
way he's building it works.
Yeah, not to cut you off. And it's like
No, you're good.
he has taught me so much about what to look for in other cryptos that it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
even make sense to even venture into those projects
Mm-hmm.
because now I can see almost through his eyes of like how projects should be laid out, you know, and
Yeah.
how the liquidity pool works, and it only favors the early or the big whales, you know, and people that come in later, they kind of get the short end of the stick. And there's so many people that don't know that coming into crypto brand new. So, you know, that's just an important part. And I just wanted to, you know, finish off with that.
Oh no! Again, like I said, this podcast is about, you know, me and even you two. So please feel free to cut me off at any point in time. I can just keep going, because anything I'm passionate about, like I said, I went out and invested money in, you know, this nice little control token Ninja design. I didn't invest this money, you know,
It looks
just because
good.
of, yeah, I appreciate it, man. But I to me, it's just like this thing just makes so much sense, and I'm like, when this thing starts to click, and the world realizes what the three of us realize right now, this shit is going to blow.
Absolutely.
Find me a token that is better constructed than control token right now. Find me one. I mean, this is the future. I truly do believe that. Now, quick question for you guys. Maybe you guys maybe you guys don't know the answer to this, but if you do, please answer for me. Now, I see with FTX, the people that got scammed out of their money, they're getting their money back. Why isn't the same thing happening with SafeMoon or other tokens?
Well,
why was that one so special?
First off, it was an exchange.
Okay.
And that's a whole different scam.
Okay.
Because you have to remember, on an exchange, none of those transactions are on chain, so none of them are really tracked for everyone to see. Hence why DeFi exists. It's in your wallet. You got it. All the transactions are on chain. Like if you transfer it to somebody, you can go to that hash and find out, you know, exactly what wallet it went to, at what time, how much, and of what coin. On the exchanges, it's basically just an order book, like a stock exchange. You have, you know, people who have, you know, I'm gonna put my order in for 1,000 XYZ token, and I want to buy it at this price. And then you have the sellers on the other side doing the same thing, and whenever somebody matches up, the order executes, it's done. But there's no real, true, immutable proof of that.
Gotcha.
So you're really not even trading with the tokens. You're trading imaginary.
Gotcha. Okay.
If that makes sense. If that makes sense, there's nothing actually trading hands. The exchange has all the money. The exchange has all the assets. It's just in a wallet. It's in a hot wallet or something for that exchange. That's why SafeMoon can be traded there, because it's not on chain.
Gotcha.
Like SafeMoon still being traded on exchanges. It's like, okay, whatever. None of it matters.
Do you think SafeMoon can bounce back
right now? What's that?
I'm sorry, BM. Do you think SafeMoon can bounce back?
No.
Just like that.
No.
He said no and lit a cigarette. No. Absolutely not.
I'm not going to bullshit anybody. I'm not going to tell you some pipe dream. There's no value there.
Yeah.
Even if they get the liquidity back, as soon as that thing starts trading, it's going to drop through the floor. First person out is going to win.
Yeah.
That's the way the liquidity pool works. They have no way to change that. I mean, if they could come up with a new token and new tokenomics and everything, but who's going to trust that name? Nobody in there.
Yeah.
Nobody that's not already in there and locked into it because they didn't get out in time.
Me.
But as soon as he got arrested, I'm like, they're going to stop. They're going to stop this. And the next day, they stopped it. I was like, ooh, that's
good
bad.
timing.
Yeah, I'm stuck. No, great question, Cafe Control. Because I always wondered myself. I'm like, well, hell, I can't do nothing with it anyways. Worst case scenario, I'm stuck where I am now. Best case scenario, somebody picks it up and it blows up, or at least it opens back up, so I can at least get my $33 back. But I've always wondered about that as well. You know, because my plan was to take that $33 and guess what? Buy control token.
Control token. Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We're going to discuss today the tier 2. So the people that may be watching, they may not know what tier 2 is. So I'm going to play a small snippet of CC's latest video talking about tier 2. Whenever you guys want me to stop it, let me know if you guys have a point you guys want to bring up, and I can stop it at that point in time. I'm going to pick up at the 10-minute and 28-minute mark. Again, I won't play it all the way through. I'm going to play enough for them to get what tier 2 is. And again, just yell out whenever you guys want me to stop it so you guys can throw in any points you guys may have, okay?
All righty.
All right, let's get to it. Let's see here. There we go. Video on the screen, and here we go.
Much more obvious than that. If you create a system where new buyers get distinct value, then you're rewarding the people at the bottom. That's what we're trying to do, is counter this system. At the same time, by incentivizing new buys, we are still fueling the original liquidity pool system. You're still seeing buys, you're still seeing rewards, you're still seeing XUSD appreciate. And even though this new system is beneficial and really good, you're still going to be in a better position no matter what, because of how it's designed to be in the original system, which means that.
And actually, I want to stop it there because this question was asked a lot. What about the people that invested early on? You guys will still benefit from tier 2. Even if you don't do anything, I encourage you guys to do something. This is not financial advice whatsoever. Do what you want to do what you feel comfortable with. But if you were an early investor, tier 2 will still benefit you because I guess some of the percentage will go to the original investors. Is that correct, BM?
It's still the same token. So we are still going to benefit from the volume, from the price action. We've all gotten in earlier. Anybody that's gotten in before the price, what the price is right now, is going to benefit because they were able to get the control token at 0.009, 0.008, 0.002, whatever it was. Pre-sale was 0.001. Everybody that got into that has way more tokens and way more value of the LP, way more rewards coming from the buy and sell taxes and the unstaking fees. And most people are, I mean, there's what do I count? 37 or 38 wallets that are in the whale pool. I can't remember. Some of those people have gone away though. So if you got, say, the minimum to be in the whale pool, 1.2 million tokens. So that's about 10 grand. This is about $11,000 to get in there. Minus the taxes, probably be about 13? Just
I'll pull it up for you right now. Actually, I put it on the screen here for you. Let's see here, but you're definitely close to that number here.
I mean, to get 1.2 million tokens, you got to take 15% off, so you got to buy like what 1.5 ish.
Yeah, there we go. It looks like it's at $10,826.40 to get 1.2 million tokens.
Yeah, but that doesn't include the tax.
Oh yes, you are correct. It doesn't include the tax.
So you got to add 15% to that.
I take 15%. Let's see here. Chat GTP, of course. Hang on. 826 times 40 times 15%.
It'll get you close enough.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to share this screen with you guys as well. All right, here we go.
I'm on my phone and I'm old and I can't read that.
Oh no, you're good. I'm gonna read it out to you. Let me see here. Did I do this right? It says. Oh yeah, okay, I got you. So I guess that plus another 1,623. So let's go.
Yep.
826 times 40 plus 1,623.96. All right, $12,450.36.
Okay, I was $600 off.
Yeah, you did that in your head.
Yeah,
Great.
you had it, yeah.
Yeah, you're right there.
All right, so so for somebody to get 1.2 million tokens, that's what they're gonna have to pay right now. Even if you buy right now, it's still, as soon as this thing launches, you know, all us assholes are gonna jump in there, and the price is gonna jump the hell up. It's gonna be, I would say we jump this thing to at least 1.2 to 1.5 cents, so 0.015. There's a lot of pent up buy pressure right now that everybody's waiting for this to drop.
Who are you telling? Every day is like, can I buy now? Can I buy now?
No.
Right. And every paycheck, I know there's a bunch of degenerates like I am that are socking away a little bit or buying a little BNB, just waiting.
Yep.
So, yeah, that being said, is, you know, say you got in at 0.005. You spent $6,000. You spent $6K about, just for easy math purposes.
Okay.
$6K to get your 1.2 million tokens. All right, cool. The tier 2 launches. Now you go from where it's at now, which is 1.2 tokens, about what, 12 grand, 12.4 K. All right, so you got that. So you've already basically doubled your money if you were in at 0.005.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's gonna go up from there. So now it goes up to, say, 1.5. Goes up to 1.5. Now you tripled your money. Now you're at, you know, 18 something for put a $6,000 investment. Plus, if you're probably staked. So now you're gonna get let's see, 6%. That's, if you got a 1.2 million token, that's 0.01. That's
put a calculator up here for you.
That's 0.1% of the entire project. So if 60 million tokens, 600 million tokens are staked, 60% of that, so you're looking at like 1.2% of the rewards. So you're looking at 1.2% of the rewards pools. So you can easily calculate that if there's 100 grand in the control event, you get 1.2% of that. Easy peasy, out the door. So you know you got that coming at the end of the year. Plus you have, your bag has tripled. So you're 12,000 up and another $1,200 from the control event. So, I mean, how could any extra volume and extra price action benefit the people? The people who are already in will benefit from this greatly. It's just not possible not to. It will always benefit us folks that got in early in those two ways: the control event, the percentage of the control event, and the price in the liquidity pool, basically.
And that's the thing about it. You talk about the point, the 0.005. You know, even at that point, I was telling people about it, and were like, "Ah, man, I think I might have missed it." Like, no, then we like doubled that. So it's like, and again, I'm admittedly saying I'm new to crypto. Again, I did it one time before, forgot about it, came back, whatever. But my point is, to me, man, we're not even 3 months old yet. So it's like, okay, even if we were at a penny, you know, if this thing does what we hope it does, we could be in the dollars. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. My point is, a year from now, 2 years from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, you could have been like, I could be in it at a penny. And I decided to wait because I thought a penny was too much. Hey, you don't have to put in $6 grand. Put in $100. Put in $10.
Yep.
Right. You figure another 9 million in volume is going to put us at 10 cents. At the rate we're going, because like CC says, he's in the tier 2, they're buying and heavily incentivized to stake, correct? Which means they're getting some bonus some which way or another, whether it's tokens on top when they stake it, whatever it is. Doesn't really matter. But that's locked up for 12 months. Rock on. That leaves a smaller and smaller portion that's not staked. What happens when there's a shortage of supply? The price goes up, way up. And now if you got a bunch of people lined up trying to buy that unstaked or circulating supply, the price is going to go up.
Yeah.
quite high, quite quick.
Yep.
So, and with that happening, your buy and sell ratios are going to be skewed to the more buys than sells. That
Yes.
being said, you're going to have less going into the rewards because they're buys. You get basically double when somebody sells. You get double the rewards.
Right.
So yeah, it just works out that way. And the liquidity pool will always outdrive the rewards. There's no way around that unless you do something to fix that.
Right. And this is go ahead, Cafe Control. I think you were trying to say something.
Yeah, so all I was going to say was like, even when I hear BM speak, and especially when I hear the videos from CC, it just blows my mind, like how much foresight has been put into this, where it has all of the components to be extremely successful. The key thing is just making it understandable and getting it spread out, which is the phase that we're getting ready to go into. But like, even just hearing BM talk about that is like, it just blows me away how everything was thought through to where even sales are highly beneficial and it creates opportunities. And that's just not common in crypto.
Yep.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I was just one of those spur of the moment feelings, but I'm just so happy to be in this project,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. That's why I said, and when I hear BM speak, I go to his spaces. I hear CC speak on, and I'm like, man, I know. I just wish everybody else knew it. So I'm like, how can we get? If you just understand, I'm trying to lead you to the water. Just here's the water. Here, quit putting your money there. This water is better, tastes better, and healthier for you. Drink this water, but yeah. Go ahead, BM. I think you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah, no. It's just that the liquidity pool has to be countered somehow.
Yeah.
And I have an idea, but I'm not going to share that because I'm not going to spoil that.
Oh, keep it. Don't put it on this. Yeah, put it. Tell CC behind closed doors.
I have a decent idea how it's going to happen. It's just, you guys, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
No, I'm a holder, so yeah, definitely.
It's all about participation also. Now, participation, I've heard him say this like, I don't know, 15 times in the last 3 or 4 spaces and a couple, 2 or 3 videos. Participation, whether that be by the community, that's not the goal and not the focus. The focus is to get new holders, increase the holders we have, and get them to buy more. And the only way you do that is give them value, whether that's of the liquidity pool or rewards. You got to give them value because people don't like tax tokens anyway.
Yeah.
They don't realize that that's what keeps it alive.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the whales at bay. That's what keeps them from dumping and taking all the value out of that liquidity pool, leaving you with a dead project. And then you got to do a community takeover and struggle, and somebody's going to have to spend real money to get marketing back up because there's nothing left. It's just a disaster. And I don't know. It's just not a good plan. We have a treasury that's being fueled by volume, which nothing has to come out of the liquidity pool then. I mean, if you don't have to steal it out of there to pay for stuff. And if anyone thinks that nobody's watching that liquidity pool, they are absolutely dead wrong.
Like a hawk.
I know of about 5 people that are watching it, and they'll be like, "Where'd that 20 grand go?" I'm like, hold on. And then like 2 hours later, he'll be like, "Yeah, we just paid for the website." I'm like, it more than likely went to the website. I mean, come on. You got to put some things together.
One thing that CC said that is so evident is that there are so many people out here that want us to fail, and for whatever their reasons are, who cares? But I think they're allowing their bias for whatever reason to not be able to see the clarity of this project and how it's designed, because
you don't know what their motivation is.
I mean,
I do.
what?
What is it?
I'll tell you. This is their cash cow. They can run these pump and dumps 2-3 times a week and just scam people, rug them, whatever it takes, lie to them, rug them, and they just build a new one. It doesn't matter to them. They don't give a shit. They can run another one train wreck after the other. They don't give a shit. This is a threat to that. This is a direct threat to that scam.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And they don't like it. They don't want it. That's their cash cow, man. They don't want to give that up.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Don't
because truth be told, everybody else adopted the same platform. I mean, again, if this works, which I think it will, and this can possibly fix DeFi, this structure, to your point, BM, yeah, those guys that are out for that reason, this kills all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over with. Because nobody, I mean, I'm telling you, those days are numbered, one way or the other, whether it be regulation or people just stop buying that stupid shit. It's going to happen one way or the other. Either somebody's going to come in and regulate it, and you know what, you guys aren't qualified to buy it. End of story. That's what they do with a lot of things, like options trading. You got to know what the hell you're doing with option trading. You can get into real trouble real quick.
Is that where is that like where you can like short stuff? Again, excuse my ignorance here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I saw an episode of that on Saved by the Bell years ago when Zach's class bought potatoes and and he was on the wrong end of it, and the teacher lost a brand new some other mess. But yeah, that's you saying that actually options is kind of click that Saved by the Bell episode for me.
That's called a naked put.
To where you can be the negative, correct? Not just lose what you put in, but lose more than what you put in, correct?
Oh, absolutely, you can. Without a stop loss order and just a straight naked put, you can get yourself into real trouble real quick.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's jump back into this video again. Anytime you guys want me to stop it, just let me know. Oh, no. This is what this is for. Again, we won't get through the whole video. That's not the point of this. The information you and Cafe Control are giving right now, that's just as important as this video as of us actually breaking this thing down. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it.
As good as getting in early as a project is, I can make it so much better to get in the project even as the project continues to grow, and it still will always be more beneficial for you to be in early in this project. Once you understand this new system of what we're able to do, by rewarding new buyers and allowing an opportunity to new buyers that's similar to what you have getting in early into a project. What is it that people want, right? They want to get in early into a project. Why? Because they want to be a whale. They want to be dominant. You know, they like controlling a project. They want to get most of the rewards or value. And what are they really looking for? A 10x, 100x, 1000x. That's what people are really looking for. And so this is really not that hard. You create a new system of value that provides the opportunity to be a whale, to be dominant, to get a large portion of rewards if you want to build that position with a 10x, 100x, or 1000x. Then you can recreate what it is that people are seeking, even at higher price points. And even as the price continues to grow, we can add more systems like this, which brings me to my last point, which is if you don't see this, then you're going to let greed get the best of you and you're not going to be able to see the full picture. You could look at this from, I want all value. I want everything to only go to me. How likely is that to succeed? How likely is that to grow? And you're basically wanting other people to do something that you don't want to do. I want to buy early, but I don't want to buy late, but I want other people to buy late. I want to buy this at this position, but I want other people to buy it at a position I wouldn't buy it at. You see that? Greed might cause you to not think about this the right way. What I'm saying and suggesting is that it will seem counterintuitive that if you have less value going into the liquidity pool, that you can help the liquidity pool grow more if you do the right thing with that value. So obviously through a tax or through some method of collecting value that naturally would go to the liquidity pool, but we don't put it there. But then we don't just take it and say, sweet, we got a bunch of value for ourselves. Nope, that's not the purpose of this entire system that goes against everything. We take it and we say, what's the best way that we can give this back to the project that incentivizes long-term growth and rewards holding and enables the community to take the project, take control of the project, and grow it as much as they want to. You don't have that control in any other crypto. Control token is the only project where the community actually has control over the future of the project because I've given it to you guys. By having less value go into this system and providing more value to this system, you're more likely to see this system happen, right? Whereas with a typical crypto, you might only see this top one happen right here because people realized, oh, I'm late. Why would I buy into this if I'm late? That's why a lot of people feel at certain price points, oh, I'm too late. So what I'm saying is it's by actually providing less value to the liquidity pool or the pyramid structure of a project, you can provide more value to new buyers in a way that is more fair while simultaneously still fueling the project. Because in order to get this value, you have to buy. You have to buy the token. And so we still have basically value going towards a new system that's separate from the liquidity pool, and you still have value going towards the liquidity pool so that both systems are still being fueled. And which one is more likely to succeed? If I can do this at a 10x and create a system of value that incentivizes people to get into, say, a 50 to 100x, and say I create another system of value and say, hey guys, you guys missed your chance to do the pre-sale, you missed your chance to do, that 10x. Now you're getting it at 100x. Now I could just hope you guys continue buying and keep fueling the liquidity pool of the project, which works just like a pyramid. And the only way to really do that is to make you think that the most amazing things are going to happen, which a lot of the times it ends up people getting burned. If you were part of other projects where you thought the most amazing things were going to happen, the whales were dominant in that project. They sold, you lost, everybody else was at a loss. Tons of people round tripped their bags and there was no value left over. Our value is constantly being stored up in the future, and we have significant value, not just our stable coin, but the sentiment of the project through staking is also being stored up in the future, which provides a level of confidence you can't have with any other project. This project, because most are supplies in the staking, you just don't have that. You have a very extremely low probability of people being able to really hurt this project. And I've said this before, even if everybody sold, do you know how much value because of our tax system would be stored up in the future to keep the project alive?
I want to stop it there because that's a question I commonly saw early on. I'm not seeing it as often now. The question was, well, what happened at the 1 year event and everybody sells off? If you're a stake, that's great for you. You know how much money is in that thing. So one,
Right.
I don't see that happening, and then two, every day that goes by and there's a new buyer, a new staker, that like they're just starting their year, and that's the whole. I think the whole point control token is like the coin that doesn't end. Like it's going to keep going and going and going, and as the years go on, like I think he talked about on his last AMA, he was like, well, some people are like, well, why don't we instead of doing monthly, just do it at the end of the year? If this thing goes, again, I'm thinking big picture here, the way I think it can possibly go. I mean, hell, we might get a month reward of, again, I'm just talking shit right now, but you never know, $1,000 or more per month, depending on if it's 10 years down the line, you could be making a living off the rewards if you choose to do so, if this project happens to blow up. So if everybody sold their tokens at the 1 year event, which that's not going to happen. If you're still staked, oh my God, your rewards are going to be crazy. Any comments on that? Am I right or wrong about this? Again, I'm a newbie.
Yeah, well, let's back up a little bit to the
Okay.
to the tier 2.
Nice.
I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about, is taking value from the LP and giving it back in something. He's not saying it, but we all know it's going to be XUSD. It's going to be bonus for buying and staking, bonus control tokens for that. And he can still, because I asked this question a while ago, it's like, can you just give, if somebody buys and stakes, instead of just giving them control token free and clear, can you give it to them staked? He said, yeah, we've been able to do that for a while. I'm like, fantastic.
Yeah.
Because now, what kind of cell pressure? You alleviated more cell pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody can't just come in, you know, dump their extras, their bonus tokens, and get some of their money back. No, that's got to be staked too.
Yeah.
Sorry. Which apparently, I'm telling you guys, this is if the utility takes off and there's participation in the in this tier, buying this tier, it's going to help all the new buyers, all the old buyers. The old buyers are going to be giddy. They're just going to be giggling all the way to the frickin' control event. I'm telling you. They're all going to be like, whoa, where'd this come from? What's going on? Whoa, shit. And then we start that utility and that gets going. I'll do video. I'll help. I'll do some or some fucking spaces with people. I don't care. A new different token that's in our ecosystem. I hate using that word. But yeah, it's just, you know, if they're in our, because they have to buy our project to get into that marketing tier, to get into the marketing stuff, utility.
Yeah.
So yeah, if somebody's buying our token to do that, I'll do it. I'll do a space. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Absolutely.
You know, imagine. I'm sorry, BM. I thought you were.
No. I'm almost done. So yeah, it's going to be. He's going to give that value back to the tier 2 folks in probably both. Knowing CC, it's going to be a little bit XUSD, a little bit of control token, a little bit of bonus on top, just multiple streams. But now, when that gets released, I believe it's going to be only a 12-month event. It's not going to be like a monthly and 6 month like we have.
Right.
Now they will get those benefits as well. Say they buy 500,000 or 1 million control token, they're still getting the tier 1 rewards as well. They're still involved in that. It's the same token.
Mm-hmm.
This is on top of that, because the system we bought into, we are a part of. We didn't buy into this next tier. That's not what we signed up for. So anybody that's trying to get, like you said, anybody that's getting greedy, wanting it all, is probably not going to work out for you. Because I mean, seriously, I haven't met too many people that were greedy in this space, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, that are in control token anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to give back. Everybody wants to push everybody else. It's not it's not oh, you're taking my money. You got my money.
No, I give an example on the last episode about like how the guy in the chat, the Telegram, that said somebody stole all his money, and within a matter of minutes, the community gave him back what he lost that somebody stole from him in control token. So that was pretty crazy. And even with Build Control saying on the last episode that whenever this 10% thing kicks in for the referrals, 5 or 10%, he's gonna take half of that and give back to the community. So it's like, to your point, the community here, I mean, is just so much giving back, which I think when it comes down to marketing, I think that's a big part of it as well. Whenever your community it contains good people, it's going to draw other good people in it as well. And I think a lot of good people together on a project is going to blow up. Cafe Control, you have something?
Yeah, no, really all I wanted to say was that if we can just figure out how to transmit that message, that if everybody just plays the game, if 80-90% of us play the game the way it's designed, we can all win way better than any other project we've ever been in before. But the beauty of it is the person that is selfish and he wants to sell at a point, you know, and he's staked, he's going to have to pay that, you know, pay the fees. He has to lose that 30% and then a 20% sell fee, and 50% of that value is going right back to the people that are playing the game correctly. And that is the genius of this project.
Well,
you know,
think of it this way. Think of it as a control token divorce, because I'm getting half your shit.
That's a good way to look at it.
That is a way to look at it, yeah. But here's the thing, right? Cafe Control, to your point, I think your point is spot on. But your point actually kind of goes back to what BM said earlier. If you are an early investor, it doesn't even have to be day one. Even if you are part of your control token divorce, you're going to go through your control token divorce, which means you stake. That's going to be a new term, BM. If you're part of control token divorce, which means you stake the year and you called it quits before you reach a year, there's a way for you to still make profit. Control token, if you invested early, some people can actually take that divorce and still walk away with double, triple their money, depending on how much they actually put into it. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
again, like I forgot where I heard this at, but control token is mainly for people that want to buy and hold and possibly have, their retirement and all that kind of stuff. Again, this is not financial advice, but for people that want to get in and get out, you can do that too. You just can't do it as fast as you actually want. You're gonna want to get in, maybe not stay for a couple of months, let your bag hit, and then get out. Feel free to do so. I'm gonna get a percentage of that. So you win and I win, we all win. That's why I really like this project, because the only way you will lose is if you get in and then get out. If that's your plan, we don't want you here anyways.
Well, I mean, they can. I mean, and that's why people are pissed off, because they can't, buy it up and pump it up and dump it. They would have to pump it up pretty damn high. And even if they try to dump it, they're creating volume. A lot of future value and volume to all of us. It's fine by me, because that's why we're calling them cuddles. When somebody has a big sell, it's like a big cuddle to me.
Yeah, I like it. That's what I'm saying. No matter what happens, buys or sells, we all smile. So
absolutely. And yeah, well, I'm sorry, what was the last thing he was talking about? You were asking about the longevity of it. And yeah, I figured that math out way early, like pre-sale.
Oh, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Okay, so at the pre-sale, we started with basically $500,000 in volume. Okay. All right. As the control, right after next year's control event, any volume that comes after that is going to fuel the rewards. More than likely, it's going to be more than $500,000, whether that be buys or sells, or a combination of both. More than likely, I would guesstimate it's going to be upwards of $1 million in volume in that first month. So, and that's not including unstaking fees or somebody trying to beat somebody else out before they do whatever they're going to do. We can't control that. But you're going to have a better starting point for the control event on the second year than what we started out in the first year.
That's what I thought.
All those rewards.
Because we could have, by the end of the first month of next year, with just $1 million maybe a little bit more, $1 million in volume, we could be sitting already on 100,000 in the control event at day one of next year.
Yeah,
or
why
day
would you
3
leave?
or 4, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you leave?
So now you got a big head start, basically a 2-month head start that we didn't have this year. You already have for that one. So now it all starts over. So the people that sold are out. It's going to take them a lot. I mean, the price might drop. How far? How far is everyone going to let it drop?
Right. Yeah, because if a lot of people do it, that means the people that decide to stay, you see the rewards calculator on the screen here. That's going to go up tremendously, depending on how much you actually have.
And don't underestimate people's greed either, because I'll tell you what, that 30% on staking fees, that's pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Yep. One thing too, I remember seeing, I think CC posted it or I saw it in Telegram, but Cetus had put a message in where he was saying basically that. He says, if you think it's going to be great this year, just wait for year 2. And I would just love to know like what he sees from his experience and, everything he's gone through. He sees something that I'm sure we all see in this project, but for him to go in so hefty and then to make a statement about imagine year 2, it sounds like the same thing BM is saying,
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I mean is if they're willing to park, then there's 2 of them. Don't let them bullshit you. There's 2 of them that hold about 60 million tokens. They might not all be in the same wallet, but it's the same guy. There's 2 guys, and they know each other, and they're old guys like me. They don't want to be the, fucking around with some pump and dumps. They don't care. and they just have never seen a project like this.
If you had to guess,
Never
BM,
seen-
real quick, how many tokens do you think one of those whales have? I'm gonna put it in this calculator here on the website. How many tokens you
It's
think?
like 127 million between the two of them.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I know,
Let me just do-
that's what they have.
I'm gonna put.
I know
I'm gonna
that's
do.
what they have because there's people that they've outed themselves in other spaces. They've outed themselves in my space. Now I'm not going to tell you who they are, but
Right.
but they hold 100, like they
Wow.
hold 12.7% of the project. That is a lot of a project, but not as much as some of these pump and dumps. Some of these pump and dumps, one or two people hold 50 to 70% of the project. Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gracious.
Let's put it this way: they can suck all the liquidity out of the liquidity pool with half of what they hold. If you're holding 50 to 70%, you could suck every dime out of the liquidity pool with half your bag. There's no chance. There's no chance for somebody when there's whales that big. When they decide they want to bail, it's over with. Project's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
I
goes
said,
back.
I didn't realize until later on, like, but I guess the day that I guess see this stake, I was like, well, I get why this is a big deal, but I'm like, hold up, this guy's already like more than 5 times his money. He could have easily pulled out because he hadn't even staked yet, and he would have made a killing. But then he's deciding at this point in time to stake his money and to add more. So I'm like, nobody's in it to just throw away money, because if you put in 60 grand at the very beginning, how much would that guy? He would have made close to like.
He put in 65,000 at the pre-sale, and he at when we were at 1 cent, he could have pulled out for 650,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it makes such a strong statement for him to stake. You know, it says so much.
Oh, the staking pool is going to get bigger. I mean, I wasn't wrong when I said that you could actually get 85% staked, and this only helps that. Can you imagine being in a project where 85% of the tokens are staked, 10% are in the liquidity pool? You're only playing with 5% of the tokens. That's all that's left.
It's called skyrocket.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So let me ask you, some people in the community, they have 2 bags. They have a bag staked and a bag unstaked. What's your recommendation, BM, and what's your recommendation, Cafe Control, on that?
You can go first.
Yeah, I mean,
you got Cafe.
It's like to each his own, to be honest with you. You know, people have different situations going on inside of their lives. I think you should try to play the game the way it's designed, and I think we would come out better. But it just really all depends on what you're going through. You can have one staked, you have one not staked. You know, you're going to pay the price when you go to sell. But I mean, that's the way it was designed. He designed it for those reasons. Yeah. So, you know, it just really all depends on each person and what they're going through.
I have everything staked except for 100,000 tokens about.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. Same as you.
Yeah. I've got 30-something thousand staked at PvP money, and the other 72,000 or whatever it is, just sitting there for now.
I got a little small bag that's not staked. I throw in $20 here, $25 there. But yeah, I got the vast majority staked in the 12-month. And like I said, to your point, I did some simple math myself. I'm like, hold up, man. When year 2 comes, after the 1-year event, if I do this again, it's probably even bigger. So I'm like, this may be a 2-year thing, not a 1-year thing. But again, you got to look at it like I heard I call him MK Mitchell K's AMA this morning. I wasn't able to get it yesterday, early this morning. And there's one guy on there. I gotta have him on here, man. On the Control Token Talks with Control Token Ninja. He told a story about how he invested in Bitcoin in 2009.
Wow!
But for $300. But here's the thing: he had his password on the thumb drive, and the thumb drive got corrupted, and he lost connection to it. I was like. He's like, man, I think I could have been a millionaire, but I don't even want to think about it because I'll get sick. Dude, I went to ChatGPT, and I said, if I bought $300 worth of Bitcoin in 2009, how much money would I have? And they say, obviously, the market goes up and down, but if you got in at the high, if you got in at the low, it was like 0.008. That guy would have had $12.6 billion.
Yeah, I was going
Like,
to say it had to be
right.
high hundreds of
God.
millions. Yeah. Billions. Wow.
Billions. I'll be sick. But I don't want to rub it in because he's part of the community and I know he thinks about it himself. But man, that's crazy. I'm like, man, you know, that's 2009. Yeah, it's 2024 obviously right now. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, if Control Token leads to a bunch of millionaires, which I think it will. Again, this is not financial advice. Man, those 2-3 years, those things are gonna fly by because you know why? It's gonna be fun. You're gonna be watching it. You're gonna be watching this thing grow. You can be thinking to yourself, "Oh my God, I want to pull out," but no, I think I'm going to stay because I have rewards coming.
Yeah.
How many years did we wait for a goddamn blockchain from SafeMoon?
That's a good question. I don't know because I got it at the very end. How long did the people wait on that?
I know I
Too
started getting
goddamn long.
frustrated.
Too goddamn long, and there's always something, blah blah blah, something. Usually, when CC says, "Hey, we're working on this," they're working on it,
and it comes out quick.
He's already spent the money, so I know it's being worked on.
Right.
And it's like, okay, yeah, and then but he ain't going to say shit until it's ready. We can speculate all day long, but he ain't going to tell us shit until that thing's ready to launch.
Yep.
He's just that kind of guy.
Real quick, one thing I've noticed about it, because even when he first announced about this tier 2 thing, right? And I was like, okay, cool. He's telling us, but he's not telling us, but he's telling us. And then somebody made a comment about, well, you know, just keep it to yourself until it's already done. But then I'm sitting back, I'm like, well, no, I get why he did it. Because if he just put it out without these weeks of him explaining it piece by piece, he would then need to take weeks to explain it piece by piece after he put it out, which would counteract what he wants to happen when he launches it. So I'm like, there's a method to his madness. And again, I did it on the last episode in regards to every time he's done some type of incentive or some type of, hey, I got something new coming, profit was made for everybody that was involved every single time.
Yep.
So I have no reason to believe that this won't be better because he has even said, hey, guys, I can't promise you anything, but this is going to be even better than the extra 50%.
Right.
I'm taking him at his word here.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, in what, 12, 13 days, we got 50 million Control Token getting dropped to all the 12-month holders. You got 40 grand in XUSD going to everybody. I mean, come on.
Yep.
He kept his word every freaking time.
Every time.
And yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a show there. And then that tier 2 is gonna drop right after that. Hey, I don't care. I expect probably of that 50 million that gets airdropped, I expect 35 to 40% of that, 35 to 40 million of that is gonna go right back into the 1 year staking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you right now, whenever I get mine, that's what's going to happen.
I mean, you're going to have some sells here and there, and people take a little profits because that's the other thing is, if people want to just come cover their bag, so they're playing with house money. They just want to sell enough to get what they invested back out real quick, and then the rest is just gravy. They can let it sit. That's actually kind of healthy because they got their initial investment out, and now they're sitting on a big-ass pile of money that didn't cost them nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They could be more patient with that than they could if they're like, hey, if I don't get to this point, X amount of dollars at the end of the year, I got to pull it all out because I got house payments to pay and whatever. So I mean, that's not exactly that's not a bad thing to take some profit and sock it away, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up with that for a question with you and Cafe Control about that. So whenever he does this drop, and again, I don't even know what it's going to be, but I'm definitely planning on selling it. To each his own. It's going to determine whether or not, hey, I'm going to stake it or I'm going to keep it in there, but I'm definitely planning on selling it. What is you guys' rule of thumb if you have one in regards to taking profit, right? So I listen to these other crypto gurus on YouTube or whatever. They say, hey, when you double your money, take out your initial investment, and once you get to X amount, take this out. What is, we can start with you, Cafe Control. What is your rule of thumb in regards to pulling out what you've already put in?
Well, I think
I know
I've
that. I know
probably
that
been.
sounds kind of crazy.
No, I mean I've
Go
been
ahead.
watching probably the same people that you're talking about, those different gurus, and they set
Mhm.
the standard. That's kind of like the rule. You take out your initial, and then after that you're playing with house money. But every project is different. So like when I'm on Solana or different places, which I haven't been doing any of that stuff ever since Control Token came out, but before, that was rule of thumb. When I went in, I get my initial out, and then after that I let it ride. If I make a
Mm.
little more, I pull out and I leave a little moon bag. But it just really depends on the project and how much belief you have in it. So like for me personally, I'm probably going to do the same as I think you guys are going to do, is put it back into the project. Not
Yeah.
certain if I'm going to stake it, but I probably will. To be perfectly honest, I probably will, because I think it's going to pay out way more in the long
Mhm.
term, you know?
Okay. So
Yeah.
if this crypto was actually designed differently, you probably would pull out at least what you put in. But because the way this is designed, you're willing to take the risk of leaving it in there.
What do you mean, because of the taxes?
So, well, yeah. I guess I guess my question is, so like, let's say you put in $1,000, now you're at 2,000. Do you pull your 1,000 out,
Well, if
or do
it's
you leave
staked,
that in there?
if it's staked, no. If it's not
Gotcha.
staked, then then that means I wasn't trying to stake it from the beginning. So there's a possibility I might take out half, but
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, okay,
yeah. Yeah, on typical projects, I'd say almost every time, yes, I would. But there's something
okay.
different going on over here that I think it's smarter for my money to be in the project and growing, because this is a long-term play, not a
Exactly.
short-term. Your money will grow tremendously if you just leave it in. Not
Yep.
financial advice. Yeah.
100%. Not financial advice. And obviously, there's no right or wrong answer to each his own on that. But that's what I was looking for, trying to figure out: is there any difference between control token, or if this was like another cryptocurrency, to where you will follow that rule of thumb, or do those rule of thumbs differ because of this particular project and the way it's actually made? BM, you're up. Same question.
If there's an absolute degen button, I'm pushing it. I am all in with anything, any rewards I get back, any extra tokens. It's all getting restaked, rebought, whatever it takes. All it does is help my bag later on. If you put the work in on the front end, usually it pays off for me on the back end.
Yep.
If it was another project that wasn't structured this way or being worked on as much as this one is, by creating these new tiers of value, I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm going to take that airdrop and sell that and get my money back, and then I can just mess off with the rest. Not a big deal. But nope, you can give me the big old red degen button. It's all going back in.
There you go. All right, cool. Let's finish up this video with CC, and then we'll finish up this video here. But this is all great stuff, guys. Let's get back to the video.
I'm not sure if you guys, I can't hear any audio.
No, I can't either.
Oh, glad you said. Hold on 1 second. You guys aren't able to hear it?
No, I
No.
can't hear CC.
Okay, let me do something here. Oh, it says browser lost connection. All right, let's see here. Let's go back to it. Let me know if you guys can hear it now. Can you hear it? You still can't hear it.
Nope.
No.
All right, let me actually. My apologies, guys. Give me 1 second. $16 minutes, 51 seconds. Let's see. Can you guys hear it now?
No.
I don't hear anything.
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna call an audible here. So with this, I think we all know kind of what it is. It's mainly for new viewers and people that are part of the community already. BM, you are our math guy. Do you mind breaking down this triangle here for us in regards
What do
to
you
how
mean?
tier two would? So how I'm looking at it, how it will possibly work is, so you have a regular LP. This is the top of it, and then here it'll be like a brand new thing. Let's say we're at 10x. We're going to use our easy numbers here. You can buy
Yep.
in at this 10x, and then you will get the values if you are a brand new holder for that particular tier, correct?
Yes. I don't think it's going to be broken up by price, but yes.
Okay. Okay.
And that's one thing we don't know is how those tokens are being differentiated. I'm assuming that the only way to get into tier 2 is going to be through the app or website, is what he has said before.
Okay.
So that's going to have to be, so it's going to have to go into a separate staking pool from those. And just think about this. There is how much left? I mean, you have 60% stake. You have another, 30, 15, 45. You have about another 60 million staked or unstaked that people hold.
Okay.
So you're looking at 720, and then you have another 127 million in the treasury, and another 30 something in the giveaway. So that's almost another 160. So yeah, we're getting down to just what's in the liquidity pool, which is going to drive up that price quicker. I mean, it's all locked up. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, people are going to be making some hard decisions. They're going to be like, man, I said I was going to stake. Go ahead, bud.
That being said, the rewards pool for tier 2 has to come from all the new buys. Well, that's going to cost more and more as we go, because the incentive to stake is probably quite high and quite valuable. So that tier 2 cannot have, 50, 500, 600 million tokens in it. It just can't. It can't have that many. So basically, for lack of a better term, the available tokens can only be so high. So, having or buying 100,000 tokens and staking them could be quite a lot of the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if there's, say, for some unknown reason, we get 100 million tokens in there. 100 million tokens that are bought for tier 2.
Okay.
You got 100 million. And I'm being very generous here.
Mm-hmm.
It may take a while to get to 100 million, because that's, you got to figure, even at this price right now, you're looking at what, decimal, you got, that's $1 million alone by itself at this price point. $1 million in volume to get that in there. So as that price goes up, it's going to move up exponentially, and Jesus, there's no way to actually average that out on a month-to-month basis. But, well, there is, but I'm just not building the whole spreadsheet for that.
No, I got you.
So yeah, how to say there's, just for easy math, this is not like real numbers at all. It's all speculation. So if there's 100 million tokens bought, and say, I don't know, 95% of those are staked. So you got 95 million in the stake pool for the rewards. If you're able to get 1 million, which is about 10 grand, you're going to get like a little bit over 1% of that. So it'd take a million tokens to get 1%. And that's if we get to 100 million. Because that 100 million, that's at the price right now, is only 1 million in volume. If it 10x's from there, if it 10x's to get to that 100 million of that supply, I shouldn't say supply. It's not what it is. If it takes 10 million in volume to get 100 million into this tier 2 pool or a staking pool, I mean, you're talking like average should be right about 6.25 million. So our volume would go up by about 6.5 million, just trying to get a happy medium with an exponential rate of exponential price growth, because there's not going to be much sell. There's almost no sell pressure. And this is what he's been trying to alleviate the whole time. And I know the 100 million is on the high side. I don't think tier 2 will have that many tokens before we get to another 10x from here.
Right.
From here. So now you're talking 10 cents. So, Jesus. Does it? I mean, you're talking. When you're multiplying it by 100 million tokens, that's an awful lot of money. I mean, you're talking about $1 million. You're talking about $10 million in value.
Gracious.
That's $100 million in value, just in the tier 2 rewards, or not rewards, but the tier 2 staking pool, which also drives up the tier 1 staking pool to 10 cents.
And then also XUSD, right? XUSD.
Yeah, there's going to be a component to XUSD in there somehow. I mean, even just buying the rewards, let's see, 10%, so say 6% of that, so $60 million in rewards. I'm sorry, is that $600,000 in rewards? I don't know, my zeros are getting messed up because I get kind of tired, but
it's all good.
So if you got 6.5 million, and then you got let's call it 6 per. Oh wait, no, I got to add the. So it'd be 12% of that. 12% of that. So you're looking at 1.002. I don't have my phone. I'm talking through my phone, so I can't use my phone.
Okay.
So it's still like 12% of 1 million is what?
12% of 1 million.
120,000 times 6.5
Yes.
times 6.5. 0, 10, 1, 5, 6, 12. Yeah, it's about 18. It's like 1 point.
You said 120,000 times how much again?
6.5.
Times 6.5. 120,000 times 6.5. That is 780,000.
Okay, 780,000 in XUSD rewards. That's gonna boost that price of that XUSD quite high. And now you have to divide that 780,000 XUSD. 6% is going to go to the control event, right? We know that.
So divide that 780,000 times 6%.
Well, no, it wouldn't be that. It would be because that's 6% of the total volumes, but it would still be. I can't think right now.
No problem.
780K. I guess it would be. No. I would have to do the math on that sometime later, but yeah, it's still good. That's still 780K in volume for XUSD, which would boost that through the freaking roof. I mean, that should get us hopefully right around $2 at least $2 XUSD. Because it's like 0.0025% gets put into the BNB, and it's a nutty way to calculate it, but it's pretty cool.
So to use easy numbers here. So I know it's at, I think like $1.25 to your point, but let's just use easy numbers. Let's say it's $1. If it got to 2, you mean to tell me our reward would then double?
Would double.
Yeah. Or actually, sorry, I forgot. I can't ever get a real volume number for XUSD, just because the way it's built. because it holds the BNB in the contract. So there's no real liquidity pool. It's in the contract.
Gotcha.
So that's why you'll see like CoinMarketCap is like, I don't know what to do with this because it's not built the same.
Right. And where can people actually, and I'm people, by the way, where can people find out about XUSD? Well, I've seen the videos on it, but where can I find the value? Like, is there a website for that?
XSurge or
XSurge.
Surge, I think it's xsurge.com. And then on the top right, it'll be a green and black website. You'll be able to there's a menu up on the top right. You just push that and then push XUSD, and the XUSD page comes up, and it'll tell you what the current value of XUSD is. I think last time I checked, I think yesterday was $31.47.
Okay.
It might be .net.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I got it right here. Is it this right here? Starting price $1, current price $1.31.
$1.41.
$1.31.
Yeah, $31.47.
I'm gonna save this on my page. Okay, so this is very important, guys. If you are an investor in Control Token, this should definitely be on your favorites folder here, because this is what your rewards is tied to, which can only go up, can't go down. Correct, fellas?
Yep. Now, just think of it this way: once that 780K is bought from the like 6.5 million in volume, that 780K is bought, right? That's volume in. Well, if everybody cashes that out or rebuys Control Token with it, they're selling that. So the value or the volume for the XUSD would actually be double that. So you're doubling the volume of XUSD just by giving it out in rewards, and those people redeeming those rewards or buying more Control Token, staking it, or just converting it to fiat, or converting to like USDT and then off-ramping it to fiat. That's all volume for it.
You know, that was one of the key parts that kind of blew me away when CC said that he had spoke to Mark, and he said that if we hit that 100 million in volume, it could 10 to 15x XUSD. And
yeah,
like
I think that may have been misunderstood, because he may have been thinking if 100 million in volume for XUSD, not Control Token, and then breaking it down, because you're only going to get a percentage of that is going to get converted to XUSD, not the whole 100 million.
Oh, so they're 100 million, not ours. Yeah.
Right. I'm just thinking it was a misunderstanding and a misunderstanding of intent. But yeah,
that's why we do this podcast. There's very reason.
But yeah, even if we do 100 million in volume, that's still $10 million in freaking XUSD rewards that are going to get bought and sold. So that's actually 20 million in volume for it. That's a lot of damn money. That's a lot of volume.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at all.
Not at all. Not at all. All right. So again, in layman's terms, guys, again, I encourage everybody to put the link in the body here to watch CC's video in regards to how this tier 2 would actually work. My apologies about the technical difficulties. I'm more than positive he's gonna drop another video before he even drops this thing. Anyways, but I'll put the link to that video in the body here. But essentially what he's doing, guys, is if you're not involved in Control Token now, which, I think it's a good idea to get in, not financial advice. Whenever this tier 2 drops, you can get in at that point, and it's almost like you're starting. It's the same token, but it's like you're starting with your own tier, and you're getting your own reward. So you can kind of feel like you're there from the very beginning. And we don't know what the percentage is. He hasn't released all that kind of stuff yet, but you will be rewarded as if you are a brand new holder. Fellas, am I communicating this correctly, or am I misspeaking here?
Nope, you're doing just fine, and they do participate in the tier 1 rewards as well. The tier 2 is on top of the normal tier 1. So on top of means in addition to.
Right. And I definitely plan on getting in tier 2. And
Same here.
there's a tier three. Again, like this is going to be. And here's the thing. And you said same here, Cafe Control. I believe because again, nobody gets into control token with thoughts of pumping and dumping. People are here for the long haul. So I think that's the beauty of this project. We all have a common goal here. So when these new things do come out, we are going to get into it, which again, in turn, is just going to make this thing just blow up more and more and more. I want to get you guys out on this. I want to hear your best experience in crypto, your worst experience in crypto. Again, I gave you guys a story earlier that I heard from the control token community. The guy, and it doesn't have to be your personal experience, but a story that you've actually heard. How the guy put in $300 in Bitcoin in 2009. His thumb drive got corrupted, so he has no access to it. Do you guys have any stories that you might have heard that are similar to that story, or any good stories?
The only one I can think of is the gentleman that spent 10,000 Bitcoins for pizza. Like looking back on
Yeah,
that might have been a bit of a mistake, but you couldn't see the future. But
right.
man, that would be a hard one to live with, I say.
10,000 Bitcoin. Let me see how much that would be. 10,000 Bitcoin. 10,000
for 2 large pizzas. Man.
is
Yeah,
how
terrible.
much money? How much money is that? That is Bitcoin is not for example. Okay, so Bitcoin is what's it like 64K, I think, right now? 64. No,
Not
what is
sure.
it? Let me look it up. I know it almost hit the
Somewhere-
all-time high last week, then it went down again.
I think it's 69.
Oh, yep, got it right
67,
here.
67.
67. Yep, 67.5. 67,527.53 is the price.
Yeah, but the math is near impossible to do without the details,
Right.
which is it's all speculation. But all I was trying to illustrate was that pool of tier 2 tokens, it's going to depend on how much volume is produced. I mean, it could go right up there and stall. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
You gave your prediction earlier, again, not financial advice, just a prediction. You said you're thinking it's going to be around one. You said 13. You said 1, 2 or 1, 3. You said earlier
1, 2, 1, 3 for
tier 2. You're saying whenever.
Oh no, that could be anything. I think that could boost us into the hundreds of mil. Basically, for it to go up to 10 cents, it'd probably need a good 6.5 million in volume to do a 10x from here. I'm just these are rough numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, because it took us $1 million of 1.2, 1.3 million in volume to get to a 10x.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, even if you extrapolate that out, I mean, it's not going to be exact, but
yeah,
6.5 could put it. And it all the 6.5. The reason I keep saying 6.5 is because the buy percentages will be higher than the sell percentages, and your liquidity pool only grows when you have more buys than sells.
Right.
And that's how the price grows. Is more BMFs added to that liquidity pool. And I think that there might be some other things going on with it, and so it may be 10 million. It may take us 10 million to get to 10 cents in volume now, straight volume to get to 10 cents.
Right.
Which is fine.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Fine, which I think it's completely doable. But even at 10 million, there's only so many tokens, guys.
Yeah.
The price is going to have to go up.
Yeah, and quick point here, Cafe Control. That pizza cost that man $675 million.
Good God.
That pizza. Yeah. Gracious.
Yeah. My worst story would be Safe Moon, and best one would be Control Token.
There we go.
Because it's the only one I've ever gotten any real rewards from.
There you go.
And it's still alive after, almost 3 months now.
Yep. Same here.
And
And I didn't know
ready.
that was such a irregular. That was so irregular in this space until I started talking to other people. Like, nah, man, to be 3 months in almost, and to be pretty much at 10x, that's not normal. But by this time in a normal project, it would have been pumped and dumped, and everybody would have lost their money or made money, but the
Absolutely.
project would have been dead by now. So,
Oh, well, just go look at Binance Dog. Go look at Binance Dog. That launched either a few days after us or a few days before us.
Okay.
They're right at where they started. At a big pump and dump, and it's right back to where it started. Nothing. Totally dead.
I know that they say that, there's a thing called confirmation bias because, you're involved with a project, you're going to have positive feelings about it. So I know that, right?
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But I'm going to say this. I think that control token is absolutely built different in a time where people want honesty, clarity, transparency from someone doxed, experienced, knows how to communicate. I mean, he's one of the greatest communicators I've ever heard inside the crypto space, and I wish I could tell people to go buy it, but I can't because I don't do that. I don't tell you what to buy. But I think this is one of those life-changing opportunities that people need to pay attention to. And that's not a shill. That's honestly how I feel. And I know one thing, I'm not going to miss out on it.
Yep. Same here.
And if you can watch your bag grow, even at buying now or even at 100x, if you can watch your bag grow 3-4x a year and reap those rewards of, tier 3, 2, and 1 every year, why the hell would anyone want to leave?
Exactly.
It's just going to drive that price up. And I mean, you're going to get some people that are going to be like, yep, time to bail. And whatever. It just fuels those rewards later on and gives everybody. And that's the other thing is if the price were to drop, say to, I don't know, 205, right? This after the control event. All right. Now I can rebuy, and now I can take my rewards and buy into tier 2 and get a huge, massive chunk of tier 2 rewards and tier 1 rewards for what I got into, 2 months ago. Hell yeah. I'm going to take that.
Yep.
Absolutely. I'll take that all day long.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to end it on this, guys. And then one thing again, I know we brought up CC's name a lot. I'm saving him a spot on this podcast way down the line. I think it's more important for me to talk to the community. I'm gonna get to the founder that created this whole thing down the line. But he's always been open in regards to, hey, tell me some of your marketing ideas. A lot of them he doesn't like, which is totally fine. I've never given him one, but one thing I can give him credit for is he's always been open to hearing different ideas.
Yeah.
I know you are marketer Cafe Control. If you could have 24 hours to market control token to make it get to where you think it can go, how would you do it?
You talking about being put on the spot? Come on, man.
No shit.
I'm sorry, man. I should have sent you that question.
It's all good. I mean, that's really a hard one to answer. It's just that I like his approach. I think it's just honesty, truthfulness, showing people everything behind the curtain on how it works. And if you're a logical thinking person that wants to be in something trustworthy with people that you can trust, that's all you got to do. You just got to tell them about the project and let them hear CC talk about it. I would need some time to really come up with a marketing plan. I'm thinking about my own approaches of just trying to find honest ways to communicate to people that are coming into crypto. That's what I'm focusing on. Is like, when I came into crypto, not to take too long, when I came into crypto, I didn't know anything like most people. And little did I know that the people that were in the last cycle were like, oh yeah, the normies will be coming in soon to buy. And once they buy, then we can sell. I didn't realize in 2021 that I was one of those like normies that didn't know any better. And that's why I got dumped on, and being that CC's creating a project that just fights against all those type of things, it's like that stuff sells itself. we just have to figure out how to communicate it to new people coming into the space, because it's hard to change the minds of people that have been doing crypto for a long time. And they're just in that liquidity pool mind frame, just get in early, get a big bag and sell quick,
Right.
So that's going to be my approach.
I like it. I put you on the spot, but that was a great answer. BM, do you have anything? I know you're a math guy. You got a little bit of marketing in you as well.
As far I keep trying to do more and more spaces. It's very difficult for me right at this time of the year. This is my busy season. But what I'm going to do is, after tier 2 launches, if people buy through my rewards or my link, all that is going to go, all that minus about $200, because that's what I put out for a hotspot and subscriptions to things. All of it but $200 is going to go back to giveaways for my spaces. Nice. It will not be funded by. It will not be funded by Control Token. It will be funded by me, or by the community that buys through my link. I'm not. I will probably end up setting up a separate wallet for that, so you guys can watch that too. I don't care.
Absolutely. Well, no, I'm not, absolutely. In regards to, I love the idea. Now I'm gonna be watching. I'll be watching your wallet. I wouldn't even know how to do that, but even if I wanted to,
it's very easy.
Don't worry, people are out here doing it.
Man, I watched this stuff. I'm like, man, how do people find the time, and like, why are they doing this? I'm not getting it. I was watching one space. I would never call any names because I don't know none of these people, but I was watching a space one time, and it was like, I guess you call them footers, and one guy was like, hey, you're doing this, and other guy was like, if you can prove that I'm doing that, I will send you I think he said $100,000 right now. Oh shit, is this guy about to prove it? But then the guy that was saying it, he just tried to change the subject. We're like, dude, this guy's offering you $100K. You said he's doing X. Prove that he's doing X. But then what I quickly found out was, I don't think the guy really knew that the guy was doing X. He was just flooding the project. I was like,
flooding. Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Like, why do you get a kick out of just calling people liars and scammers? Again, I'm all for calling out liars and scammers if they're liars or scammers. Apparently, that's what CC did to SafeMoon. But my point is, if you know you're lying, why are you lying about somebody else? What do you get out of that? I'm new to this space, but I just don't get it, man.
Okay, because they don't have anything at risk. They've already bought their bag early. They've dumped on everybody, and you know, you guys are dumbasses for still being in it. Yeah, because they already walked away with the LP. So they could give a shit less. They can call you a dumbass. They're just weird people and that's what I'm saying. This project is a threat to the normal pump and dumps of DeFi.
I fully agree too.
And that is why we will get attacked. I will guarantee it. They're not going to like this. You're taking away their play toy and their income. I mean, some of these guys are making hundreds of thousands a week just by pumping and dumping small projects.
Yeah.
Meme coins and all that shit. Like, it's all smoke and mirrors. Everybody's having and trust me, if you don't think that these guys aren't having, you know, Telegram or whatever chat rooms they can find or little social media calls that they're all conniving and making this stuff happen, they're all in bed together. They just try and dump on each other. I mean, none of them, they may have risked, you know, 10 grand at the outset, and then when they pump it up to, you know, I don't know, 10x, 5x, whatever, they just try and out dump on each other, and it doesn't matter because sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. It's just a game to them.
Yeah,
that's not what we're here for. The target audience is the folks that want to buy a token, let it ride, and just enjoy it, and not have to worry about, oh, when's the blockchain coming out? Oh, Jesus. You know, when are the wind turbines coming with their prophylactic coating?
Rain X. I remember that.
Oh God, I hate those guys. Yeah.
Well, all right,
let
well,
me, let me
Cafe
see.
Control.
Let me
I
see
got
that
your
fat
X page on.
Gandalf, and freaking cats. Let me find you.
Hmm.
I got
I
something for
got
you.
your. I got your Cafe Control. I got your X page up right now. Do you have anything going on in the future you want to tell the audience about? Any future videos, any spaces, anything like that?
I would definitely have videos coming out soon and more on a regular time schedule. Just trying to fine
Okay.
tune everything. Um, I opened up a merch store called controltokenmerch.net or .com. And we
Okay.
only had one sale, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago or a month ago. And I just put it out there. I haven't been really promoting it because I want people to invest into the project and not to buy merch. But once,
Right. You said merch.com or merch. You said controltokenmerch.com?
yeah, .com or .net. I have both of the domains.
Okay, perfect. I'm
But
sharing it right now. Oh, this is pretty cool. I didn't know anything about this, man.
yeah, I made this right when everything was launching and getting going. But I'm taking 100% of all the profits and
Oh,
just
price isn't bad either.
buying back and doing giveaways. And I put a wallet address on there. There's no activity yet, but it's for the exact
Okay.
same reason BM said. So people can sit there and watch it and track everything, hold me accountable for every transaction. But once we start picking up speed, I'll start putting out more promo about the clothing, but I just didn't want to interfere with actual sales to the project. But
Gotcha.
just wanted to let people know about that. And I'll be adding more stuff, more like clean cut, just only logo stuff. But
Dude, I'm
that's
gonna buy something off here. I've already seen 2 or 3 things on here that I like. So
that's cool.
you should be getting a buy from me this week, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate it. It's going back to the community. So it's not going to me. I'm taking
Okay.
everything and going back. I'm paying for the Shopify myself. I'm putting in the time and effort to kind of design everything. I did the website, the clothing, I did everything. Those are kind of like my forte is like Shopify website design, some graphic design, and like video and stuff like that. But just everybody needs to know it's all going back to the community. We're going to find interesting ways to do giveaways with whatever money accrues inside of the wallet. You could do it like on BM Space or do it on one of your videos or one of my videos or one of CC's or, whatever we come up with. And the last thing I wanted to say is that I appreciate like BM and all the stuff he's doing in the community to help us figure this like mathematical stuff out and just his
Absolutely.
opinions. And I appreciate you for making this channel and getting people to start talking. And like I had to break out of my little, shell of like talking and all that stuff to do this video. But it's just exciting. It's fun. And this is what it takes to grow this community. So I'm here for it.
Nice, absolutely, man. Like I said, you definitely have a buy out of me. I will not let this month go by without me buying something from this website. Because these hoodies are nice. I especially like which one I saw. Which one I saw? I like this one. This one's clean, man. This white one, I like this one. The
Yeah.
black one's nice too.
And if people have ideas, I can try my best to come up with whatever they want. I just try to get something going, but I'm open to ideas. We can work together on any kind of designs. Just let me know.
Absolutely. Actually, I might get this black one here. Looks nice. Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
BM, I'm gonna go to
one
X page
more
as well.
thing. My giveaways are not going to be just straight giveaways. They're going to be for participation.
Got you.
Gotcha.
The best comments, the best interactions, that kind of stuff. It's not just going to be a straight, hey, do this, do this, do this. And yeah, they're going to have to tell me something they like, the one specific thing that got them into Control Token, something like that. Or if,
Nice.
if it's somebody that's normally up there that comes up or talks or does something, if it's a good back and forth and, we're talking about other, about Control Token and thinking of ways to get involved, get other people involved. Because out of 1,704 wallets, we got about 40 to 50 that are doing something. We got to get them. We got to get them motivated somehow, some way. We got to get them motivated.
Yeah,
Whether that be talking in spaces, liking and reposting. At least liking and reposting helps tremendously.
Yes.
If you quoting post helps even more, because if I interact with that quote, that boosts the algorithm even higher, which puts us in front of more people.
Thank you for telling me that. So I will keep doing that. Then I do repost. I quote sometimes, but now because you just said that, I'm going to be quoting the majority, not all of my reposts from here on out. So thank you for telling me that.
And quoting the responses. Like say somebody says something about control token, somebody responds to that post, and somebody else responds to that response. That interaction gets placed higher on the algorithms.
Mm.
Gotcha. So you're saying don't just respond. You're saying repost, quote, don't just respond. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, repost, and then quote it, and
I'm gonna do a live on camera here.
Put a little blurb in there.
Hold on.
I spammed the crap out of my space for Wednesday in a bunch of posts this morning. I don't know. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. If you guys know, I work a lot, so I'm up early all the time.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I was saying thank you, because I know you're always like in between work or just getting off of work, but you're still putting in that time, So that's appreciated.
I'm trying. I am trying. Friday I could do nothing. I worked 24 hours. Oof. 4 to 4. 4 in the morning to 4 in the morning. So yeah, I was beat.
And I have all that money to buy
control Friday or Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah, I think within a matter of I'm putting 2 years, but maybe a lot sooner than that. I think that 4 to 4 action you got going on, that's going to cease in due time, my friend, when this control token takes off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and that's what I mean is if people are buying through my link to support the space for giveaways, and as the token rises in price, those tokens go farther and farther, just like CC's doing. It's like those tokens will go farther and farther. So, I mean, if you got, say I generate 10,000 tokens in the first month or two, whatever. Okay, well, yeah, I can't really give away a whole lot. It's probably gonna be like 500 or 1,000 tokens. $5, $10, whatever. You just participated in a space. You shouldn't expect to get $1,000 out of that.
Right.
But as the price goes up and more people buy through that link, maybe not as much, doesn't matter. But it's not for me. It's to give away to new people who are asking asking questions. And somebody's got to explain it to, how this tier 2 works and all the math to it, whatever, during a space. Cool. We'll explain it once we get all the numbers and how it actually is really going to work. Yeah, I mean, or even explain it to somebody older. If there's a good interaction where there's good content, we can push that out to people. Hey, here's, eventually that 500 tokens could be worth $50. That's the plan anyway. We 10x it from here. That 500 tokens is $50. Instead of just getting 5 here's $50 now. Which is what.
Hey, look, BM. Hey, I will admit I'm a dream big type of a guy.
Me too.
And so what I'm about to say could sound crazy to people, and that's totally fine. But while you're talking like, well, yeah, it could only be 500 to 1,000 tokens or whatever. Again, I'm gonna go back. I know there probably never been another Bitcoin. I'm not trying to compare control token to Bitcoin, but this is my look. Listen, man. If this thing goes away, it can possibly go. 500 to 1,000 control tokens could be life-changing money. We don't know. Give me 500 to 1,000 Bitcoins right now. I'm not comparing the two. What I'm saying is, if all it takes is you retweeting BM or coming on his space and saying 1 or 2 words, and hey, you possibly get 500 to 1,000 tokens. Hey, it's small now. Get it, leave it alone. Come check on it a few years later, or add on to it. What's probably going to happen is you're going to get those tokens. A month is going to pass. 2 months are going to pass. You're like, oh shit, this thing is going up. Let me buy some of my own. And then what's going to happen is this giveaway that BM did translated to some life-changing thing, possibly. Not financial advice. But my point is, the way I look at this project, man, I don't look at it like any other little thing. I look at it as far as, hell, 500 tokens, I'll take it, because that shit could be worth a whole hell of a lot more money in the future. So
yeah, that's good
just
energy.
my take on it.
Yeah, that's good energy.
Yeah.
That I feel the same way. I think this project is going to be way bigger than people think. And CC created a beast. It's well thought out. And I think the most important thing is that it's honest and it's transparent. And that's the key. That's the key behind everything. That's why we're going to stand out.
Yeah, we're not lying to people. We're not hiding things from people. People have questions. Freaking DM CC. If he doesn't want to answer or thinks you're fudding him, whatever, doesn't come to me. Sometimes he's got a lot of shit going on. I have way more patience. I can explain things. I'm not gonna jump on you, jump up and down and scream at you. It's dumb. I may throw a hammer at you if you're close enough, but
stay out the way.
But yeah, man, I definitely thank you guys for taking the time out. I mean, I told you before we started, yeah, this may be 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much we're talking. This thing is at an hour and 50 minutes. So thank you guys for your time. This was a great episode. I can't wait to get this one out to everybody else. Do anyone of you guys have any I guess ending words for us, or are you guys good right now? In regards to control token or whatever.
Just do your own research, watch the videos, come into some spaces, ask some questions. That's all I got.
Yeah, and then once you do that, you're going to quickly become a member of the community, and then just put in some effort. Help grow this bag, help grow your own bag. Don't sit back and just wait for everybody else to do the work. If we all work together, it happens that much quicker. People just need to know about this opportunity. And that's it for me.
Absolutely. Thank you guys once again. This was a great episode. Like I said, I look forward to talking to you guys again. Definitely bring you guys on again. I don't know if we're going to do it or not, but I'm thinking about doing a episode leading up to the airdrop. If you get any inkling of like the time he's actually going to do it, I may do a pod with 8 to 10 of the community all on one episode, just waiting for the airdrop to happen, and just kind of just talk about that whenever that happens. So anybody that's watching this episode that's a part of the control token community, if you would like to be a part of that, just shoot me a DM. Like I said, I'm looking to have about 9 other people besides myself do an episode before CC does his airdrop and right afterwards, so I can get some initial reactions and so on and so forth. So thank you guys once again for your time, and BM for all your math stuff, and Cafe Control for your insight and for your marketing ideas as well. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry I wasn't better prepared. If I knew we were going to talk about that, I'd have had something better prepared.
Dude, you were great. Both of you guys, you at Cafe Control were amazing. So no, thank you so very much for your time, man.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ninja.
All right, no problem at all, man. You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.